Dear viewers, I welcome you to the second part of the topic Introduction of Statistics to the Engineering Field. In this particular presentation or the video, we will be talking about the remaining portions of the contents of the or the outline of the presentation, that is taxonomy of statistics, various data interpretation and types of data, etc. So, taxonomy of statistics means how statistics is classified. The one of the major portion in which you can say that it is described as descriptive statistics, and second one is inferential statistics. So in descriptive statistics, what we have the methods, or we study the methods of organizing, summarizing and presenting the data in an informative way. Inferential statistics, it should give you the result, the methods used to determine something about a population on the basis of a sample, so that we arrive at a conclusion. Population, mostly I told you that statistics deals with the word population. So the entire set of individuals or objects of interest, or the measurements obtained from all individuals or objects of interest. Sample is nothing but a portion or the part of a population of interest. See, I cannot count each and every person of the country so as to get the final count of the population, or whatever is the literacy rate. So I pick it at random. That particular portion is called as a sample. What do you mean by descriptive statistics? That is collection of the data, that means doing survey, present the data either in the form of table or graphs, summarize, that is sample mean, or you take the average from it. In inferential statistics, you estimate the population mean weight using the sample mean weight. So if I have to calculate the average death rate in the country, I will do, I will take the average death rates of all the states of the country. Now how to calculate the average death rate of the state? At random, I will take some sample collectively from all the districts and then calculate the average death rate. Hypothesis testing. Test the claim that population mean weight is 70 kg. So inference is the process of drawing conclusions or making decisions about a population based on sample result. So accordingly, we will be requiring at the end the result. Statistical data. Second part, how the data or what kind of data we have in statistics. The collection of data that are relevant to the problem being studied is commonly most difficult, expensive and time consuming part of the entire research project. Statistical data are usually obtained by counting or measuring the terms. So we have two kinds of data. One is primary data, another is secondary data. Primary data are collected specifically for the analysis desired. Secondary data have already been compiled and are available for statistical analysis. A variable is an item of interest that can take on many different numerical values. A constant has a fixed numerical value. Data. Statistical data are usually obtained by counting or measuring items. Most data can be put into following categories. One of the categories qualitative, another one is quantitative. In qualitative, data are measurements that each fall into one or several categories: hair color, ethnic groups, other attributes of the population. All these are qualities, so it comes under qualitative data. Quantitative data are observations that are measured on a numerical scale. Distance traveled to college, number of children. This is quantitative, measurable. Qualitative data. Qualitative data are generally described by words or letters. They are not as widely used as quantitative data because many numerical techniques do not apply to the qualitative data. For example, it does not make sense to find an average hair color or blood type, right? So we cannot apply any of the technique or come to a conclusion. There cannot be a finite answer. Qualitative data can be separated into subgroups: dichotomic, polynomial. If it takes the form of a word with two options, gender, male or female, only these are the possibilities. So it will be dichotomic. Polynom, if it takes the form of a word with more than two options. Education, primary school, secondary school, university, postdoc, etc. Quantitative data are in numbers and are result of counting or measuring attributes of a population. Quantitative data can be separated into two subgroups, discrete and continuous. Again, discrete is also measurable. If it is the result of counting, that is number of students of a given ethnic group in a class, number of books on a shelf, etc. Continuous is not measurable. If it is the result of measuring distance traveled, it can be varying. It cannot be 5.6 kilometers, right? Weight of a luggage. It may vary between 14 to 15 kg, right? But number of students in a class will never be 4.5. It will be either 4 or 5. So types of variables, just now we saw quantitative, qualitative, dichotomic, polynomial. Dichotomic means only two options, marital status, either married or unmarried or bachelor. Polynomic, brand of PC, hair color, discrete, continuous. Discrete means children in a family is always countable. Continuous means amount of income tax, it is not fixed, it may vary. Now data representation and then its interpretation. So numerical presentation of qualitative data, you can use pivot table, contingency table. You should know how to convert the values. Frequency distribution, that is numerical presentation of quantitative data. It shows the frequency or number of occurrences in each of several categories. Frequency distributions are used to summarize large volumes of data values. See, number of times the same number is repeated, we call it as a frequency, and accordingly tabular representation is nothing but the frequency distribution. When the raw data is measured on a quantitative scale, either interval or ration, categories or classes must be designed for the data values before a frequency distribution can be formulated. So this is how the frequency distribution is done. This is the data at large provided to you. So I make the scores and range. How many numbers are there in this particular range? So this can be the example for the group frequency distribution. Another way is charts and graphs. Frequency distributions are good ways to present essential aspects of data collections in concise and understandable terms. Pictures are always more effective in displaying large data collections. Histogram is one of the example. It is used to graphically present interval and ratio data. It's often used for interval and ratio data. Adjacent bars indicate the numerical range being summarized by indicating the frequencies in arbitrarily chosen class. This is how the representation of histogram is. In the particular range, we draw it. Pie charts. You remember the circles and then the partitions to be done in the circle. That is what is pie chart. Pie chart is an effective way of displaying the percentage breakdown of data by category, useful in relative sizes of data components. Pie charts also provide an effective way of presenting ratio or interval scale data after they have been organized. So this is what the particular color represents wages, then raw material, shipping, overhead, miscellaneous, etc. Error analysis. See, when handling with large number of data, some errors can creep in. So there are two kinds of errors: systematic errors and random errors. These are also called fixed errors or errors associated with you using an inaccurate instrument, or the data provided itself is inaccurate. These errors can be detected and avoided by properly calibrating the instruments. Random errors are generated by number of unpredictable variations in given measurement. So mechanical vibrations of instruments or variations in line voltage, friction, or humidity could lead to example of random fluctuations in observations. Now, what are the measures of central tendency? Central tendency, as the word suggests, it will come towards the center or the mean. So, center measurement is the summary measure of overall level of data. Commonly used methods are mean, median, mode, geometric mean. What do you mean by mean? Summing up all the observation and dividing by number of observations. So mean of 20, 30 and 40 is 20 plus 30 plus 40 divided by 3 is 30. Measures of central tendency. Second part is median. The middle value in an ordered sequence of observation is nothing but median. Exactly above the particular value and below the particular value, exact same number of values appear. That is, to find median, we need to order the data set, then find the middle value. In case of an even number of observations, the average of two middlemost values is median. For example, to find median, 9, 3, 6, 7, 5. How many numbers are there? 5 odd numbers. First sort it, arrange it in a proper way, that is in the descending order. Choose the middle term. I think 6 is the middle term because on the left of 6 there are two numbers, on the right of 6 there are two numbers, so middle value is 6. Number of observations are even, 9, 3, 6, 7, 5, 2. Arrange them in a proper way, take the two middlemost. 6 and 7 will be the two middlemost. If you arrange them properly, it will be 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. Oh, sorry, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. So 5 plus 6 is the middle values. Take the sum, and that that median will be 5.5. The value that is observed most frequently, that is nothing but the mode. So it is undefined for sequences in which no observation is repeated. Dispersion or spread, scattered, measurement of the scatter. So variability or dispersion measures amount of scatter in a data set. Commonly used methods are range, variance, standard deviation, interquartile range, coefficient of variation, etc. Range, the difference between the largest and the smallest observation. 10, 5, 2. 2 is 100 is largest, 2 is smallest. What is the range? 98. So it is a crude measure of variability. Variance of a set of observation is the average of squares of the deviations of the observations from their mean. In symbols, variance of n observations x1, x2, xn is in general written as, for numbers you take 573 divided by 3 is 5, variance is 4. What is a standard deviation? Square root of variance. So accordingly we can have the square root of 4 as 2. Quartiles, these are all advanced or higher version terminologies related to statistics for the purpose of measurement of the spread or the dispersion. Quartiles, data can be divided into four regions that cover the total range of observed values. Cut points for these regions known as quartiles. Quarters, you divide it into proper formats. So this is one of the example. Q1 is the median of first half of the ordered observation. Q3 is the median of the second half. Then you calculate it, arrange the numbers properly. First quartile, second quartile, third quartile, take the proper ratio and get the answer. Interquartile, difference between Q3 and Q1. It is in the previous example, 61 minus 40 is 21. So, with this, we come to the end of the basic terminologies related to statistics. So, what actually statistics covers from the engineering point of view? Whatever is the data available, you have to sort it out, primary data and secondary data. Then, according to the variables, you have to apply the logic, get the answer. For engineering, I would suggest to go in depth for measurement of central tendency and dispersion. So classification should be done for qualitative data or analysis and quantitative analysis. Hope there is certain increment of the information which was available with you. I tried my best to deliver it in a proper way. Thank you.